Abysmal today. That's Brighton.
Bottle jobs, Robbie. We laugh about Spurs being bottle jobs. Look at us.
No, we can't laugh at Spurs being bottle jobs.
We can't laugh at
we are
anyone,
bottle jobs.
Robbie. Robbie, last 6 games, won 1, drawn 1, lost 4. Easiest run-in. We are useless, Robbie. We've not improved since last season. I'm going to tell you that now.
Whose fault is it?
Everyone's. Players, fans, managers. Now I'm going to tell you.
It ain't my fault.
No,
what do you mean fans?
Let me tell
fans.
you why it is the fans.
Got nothing to do with me.
Let me tell you why it is the fans' fault. Because we overhype these players, yeah? When we beat Watford, didn't I come on here and say we've got 0 world-class players? You all argued with me saying Aubameyang,
Hold on, wait.
Ozil, this.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you a second.
No.
They're not all useless.
Okay.
We have got whether you whether you want to label them world class, or top quality. Barcelona today are linked with Lacazette.
Okay.
Would they be linked with Lacazette if he's no good? They are not playing well as a team. We have got good players out there that are not, for some reason. I mean, my theory on it. Listen, there are players out there that are not good enough. I agree. But my main theory on it is that they have not got any leaders out there. They have not got players out there who take responsibility when the chips are down. I saw Liverpool playing yesterday. When the chips are down, 2 players came on, right? Shaqiri, who's not world class. Hold on. Shaqiri, who's not world class, right? And Origi, who's not world class, and they won the game.
All right.
And that is where I'm saying players taking responsibility. Leaders, I saw Virgil van Dijk point over to Shaqiri and say, you take that free kick. You, not I forget who was standing with him. Yeah, he said, not you, you take it. Leader. We don't have that here.
All right.
It's not. There are a lot of top quality players out there. I'm sorry, I'm not going to have this.
Okay. How many of these players would get in the Man City team?
Lacazette is linked with Barcelona.
Okay. In my opinion, none of these players would get in the Man City first team. None of these players would get in the Liverpool first team. Maybe 2-3 would get in the Spurs first team. I just think, Robbie, they're not good. Lacazette, I love Lacazette. I think Lacazette, for me, 3 players, right? I would say yes. Leno, Lacazette, and Ramsey. And Ramsey's leaving. Yeah? Don't get me wrong. Lacazette, yeah, I rate him. I think he is our best player, right? But for me, Aubameyang, I think is overrated. Ozil is the first one who needs to go. Ozil is the first one who needs to go, yeah? Before Mustafi, before Xhaka, before Mkhitaryan, before El Neni, before the lot. Ozil is the first one that needs to go. I've had enough of him, Robbie. I can name you about 20 players in the Premier League who are better than him, yeah? Players like Maddison as well. Jota from Wolves. Delofeo from Watford. These guys are better than him, Robbie. We do overhype our players. Socrates, people go on like he's world class. Robbie, he's made so many mistakes in the last few weeks. Torreira started brilliantly. He's made mistakes.
It's their first season, though.
It's their first season, but for me, Lacazette is the only one this season, and maybe Ramsey and maybe Leno, where I can say yes, they've given it their 100%, right? Lacazette is better than
Aubameyang.
No.
He scored it. Aubameyang scored it over. I know he missed a couple of chances today, but
the thing is with
listen. He's a goal scorer.
He's a goal scorer.
He's in for the golden boot at the moment.
He misses too many chances, and away games he ghosts. He does what Ozil does in away games. He goes missing, Robbie. And you know what, Robbie? I've always said, for me, the league shows how good you are, and we've come 5th, and that's why I'm angry, because we're behind Spurs now for the 3rd year running. You know how frustrating that is, Robbie?
Can we win the Europa League?
Yeah, running behind Spurs and Chelsea.
So win the Europa League?
You know what? I think we are going to win the Europa League because we're a cup team. What's going to happen, Robbie, is we're going to come 6th in the league. We're going to win the Europa League, but I will still not change my tune about these players. I know everyone will say, yes, we won the Europa League. Next year we're going to compete for the title.
It'd be major if we could, because it would still be about getting back into the Champions League.
Yes,
that's where you're going to be able to attract some of those top quality players.
See, Robbie, for example, right? We could win the Europa League. I actually think we will. But for me, there's still so much work that needs to be done. We're so far behind Man City and Liverpool. I had 2 Arsenal fans tell me yesterday that Klopp and Liverpool are bottle jobs. Can you believe that? This is the team which is going to get 97 points, which is going to finish 1 point behind City, which is going to lose 1 game the whole game. How unlucky is that not win? I hope they win the league, but they aren't, because it's so unlucky how they're not going to win the league? Are they the bottle jobs, or are Arsenal the bottle jobs?
No, we are definitely bottle jobs.
We are.
We are definitely. We've thrown it away.
I also thought, when we had the discussion at the Newcastle game, that was 6 games ago. You asked me, are we going to come top 4? I said, of course we will, because we had 7 games left, and we won 1 of them, Robbie. Yep. Yeah, we've won 1. Last season, we got 63 points. This season, we got 67 points. I'm sorry, but there is not much of an improvement. And regarding Emery, you're probably going to ask me, has Emery improved us? In my opinion, Emery has not improved us. However, I'm not going to start saying Emery out yet. Because beginning of the season, I knew that this squad is rubbish. And I knew it would take time. I even think, for me, I've wanted Jurgen Klopp at Arsenal for years. And I think he's probably the best manager in the world. But even he wouldn't be able to turn this around. Because some of these players are uncoachable, Robbie, yeah? I know he's done wonders at Liverpool. I know they've got a class team. They've got class this,
It took him a few years as well.
It took him 3
in the
seasons. But if you think about it, when he came, they were 8th. I think when Jurgen Klopp took over, Liverpool were like at the level we're at now. Yeah, and now look at them 3 years later. But I knew he was going to do that because the guy is a world-class manager.
In his first season, he was there.
World-class.
In his first season, he was there. He didn't make the top 4 and he got to the... Hold on. First season he came there. He didn't make top 4, and he got to Europa League final. Lost to this guy in the final. But could it be that if he could, maybe we have to hang in, be patient, first season. If he can bring that Europa League home, then we rebuild for next season.
Even if we win the Europa League, I will still not change my tune. Half these players need to go. I know I'm being negative, but Robbie, I've been watching them the last few weeks, and some of these players, it's just like, and then you go on our fans overhyping them.
Stop blaming the fans, man.
Robbie, look, if our fans came out and said said it how it is, no. I've got nothing against Iwobi. I think Iwobi has done all right this season, yeah? But before he starts, another thing, yeah? Why do our fans blame Iwobi half the time, yeah? Iwobi, we don't expect Iwobi to put wonders in this team. Iwobi he's a normal player. He's not special player. Ozil, all these guys say Ozil is world class, but Ozil for me has been the biggest letdown this season again.